Good morning. My fellow Americans, this morning, our nation is overcome with shock, horror, and sorrow. This weekend, more than 80 people were killed or wounded in two evil attacks. On Saturday morning in El Paso, Texas, a wicked man went to a Walmart store where families were shopping with their loved ones. He shot and murdered 20 people and injured 26 others, including precious little children. Then, in the early hours of Sunday morning, Dayton, Ohio, another twisted monster opened fire on a crowded downtown street. He murdered 9 people, including his own sister, and injured 27 others. The First Lady and I join all Americans in praying and grieving for the victims, their families, and the survivors. We will stand by their side forever. We will never forget. These barbaric slaughters are an assault upon our communities, an attack upon our nation, and a crime against all of humanity. We are outraged and sickened by this monstrous evil, the cruelty, the hatred, the malice, the bloodshed, and the terror. Our hearts are shattered for every family whose parents, children, husbands, and wives were ripped from their arms and their lives. America weeps for the fallen. We are a loving nation, and our children are entitled to grow up in a just, peaceful, and loving society. Together, we lock arms to shoulder the grief. We ask God in heaven to ease the anguish of those who suffer, and we vow to act with urgent resolve. I want to thank the many law enforcement personnel who responded to these atrocities with the extraordinary grace and courage of American heroes. I have spoken with Texas Governor Greg Abbott and Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, as well as Mayor DeMargo of El Paso, Texas, and Mayor Nan Whaley of Dayton, Ohio, to express our profound sadness and unfailing support. Today, we also send the condolences of our nation to President Obrador of Mexico and all the people of Mexico for the loss of their citizens in the El Paso shooting. Terrible, terrible thing. I have also been in close contact with Attorney General Barr and FBI Director Wray. Federal authorities are on the ground, and I have directed them to provide any and all assistance required, whatever is needed. The shooter in El Paso posted a manifesto online consumed by racist hate. In one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. These sinister ideologies must be defeated. Hate has no place in America. Hatred warps the mind, ravages the heart, and devours the soul. We have asked the FBI to identify all further resources they need to investigate and disrupt hate crimes and domestic terrorism, whatever they need. We must recognize that the internet has provided a dangerous avenue to radicalize disturbed minds and perform demented acts. We must shine light on the dark recesses of the internet and stop mass murders before they start. The internet, likewise, is used for human trafficking, illegal drug distribution, and so many other heinous crimes. The perils of the internet and social media cannot be ignored, and they will not be ignored. In the 2 decades since Columbine, our nation has watched with rising horror and dread as one mass shooting has followed another, over and over again, decade after decade. We cannot allow ourselves to feel powerless. We can and will stop this evil contagion. In that task, we must honor the sacred memory of those we have lost by acting as one people. Open wounds cannot heal if we are divided. We must seek real bipartisan solutions. We have to do that in a bipartisan manner that will truly make America safer and better for all. First, we must do a better job of identifying and acting on early warning signs. I am directing the Department of Justice to work in partnership with local, state, and federal agencies, as well as social media companies, to develop tools that can detect mass shooters before they strike. As an example, the monster in the Parkland High School in Florida had many red flags against him, and yet nobody took decisive action. Nobody did anything. Why not? Second, we must stop the glorification of violence in our society. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace. It is too easy today for troubled youth to surround themselves with a culture that celebrates violence. We must stop or substantially reduce this, and it has to begin immediately. Cultural change is hard, but each of us can choose to build a culture that celebrates the inherent worth and dignity of every human life. That's what we have to do. Third, we must reform our mental health laws to better identify mentally disturbed individuals who may commit acts of violence and make sure those people not only get treatment, but when necessary, involuntary confinement. Mental illness and hatred pulls the trigger, not the gun. Fourth, we must make sure that those judged to pose a grave risk to public safety do not have access to firearms, and that if they do, those firearms can be taken through rapid due process. That is why I have called for red flag laws, also known as extreme risk protection orders. Today, I'm also directing the Department of Justice to propose legislation ensuring that those who commit hate crimes and mass murders face the death penalty, and that this capital punishment be delivered quickly, decisively, and without years of needless delay. These are just a few of the areas of cooperation that we can pursue. I am open and ready to listen and discuss all ideas that will actually work and make a very big difference. Republicans and Democrats have proven that we can join together in a bipartisan fashion to address this plague. Last year, we enacted the Stop School Violence and Fix NICS Acts into law, providing grants to improve school safety and strengthening critical background checks for firearm purchases. At my direction, the Department of Justice banned bump stocks. Last year, we prosecuted a record number of firearms offenses. But there is so much more that we have to do. Now is the time to set destructive partisanship aside, so destructive, and find the courage to answer hatred with unity, devotion, and love. Our future is in our control. America will rise to the challenge. We will always have, and we always will, win. The choice is ours, and ours alone. It is not up to mentally ill monsters. It is up to us. If we are able to pass great legislation after all of these years, we will ensure that those who were attacked will not have died in vain. May God bless the memory of those who perished in Toledo. May God protect them. May God protect all of those from Texas to Ohio. May God bless the victims and their families. May God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you. snummer of it, I caramba. Self dagem, seal my friend, as much give it self dagem. Oh, yeah, it's a scat more serve below. Scat dagem. Math cat dagem. Hardy looking at Sheriff was we remember self dagem. Never yard, but I know. Scat her was the ocean of you. So easy as the law with me. The shells is still there, say, but will be a rail bit. So, with buzzed it, search normally ill him. With but answered it, no one was right it. So, as a shows it, new. I was a walk, you know, fast a walk, oh, you. Snellies to the shower with caramba. Or snick on as it, her street front. Fall net in the shove it, he didn't know, there's the hair snap which there get now from it. First it was, that's it, business at all. First it, that's who's me out, that's the one. Who's the fight with homes no more serious though. Sniff out small out for a month, you're a rate to do, you can serve you. Very sale. Scott's mob, nabs, it's sized when about with it. And the scary yum that. Sister morale for sketch nerve got look at it in a finger snap. It feels looks for me who is snaring it over. All with Nick skin skiff neck. Snell out looks spots it that kind of you very sale. Gelps it served out in the chef and is er off by bit. Near the eggs nose in the cute that. And the voer best out of nets and nickel boppy. Snurfed get beer week in it. Girl will scat hollow it. Say dello sucks and the silver get down in the palm out. We're serving the cute. And the share power for the though if it's such does eat. Ja, let's hold in. For eat rather than that. He'll forsess it. He'll cook the villa deep nipshin off what a backs it then that. He's gonna fed he safe. Sir, I'm saying that's me. I'll get him. Who's the nourishing. The shells is still so up, but we're sized when about with it. Get carried the slow out. Here. So, the scatter, so, mere skits and on us all. So, Galf, the roof lock, where I always it. So, sir, with the barroof, and the guest him next mare off, so there was death bit than that. Small Ralph, which says sky back on it. It feels skill up with severe. Yes, so, she does so that the ocean some will throw. Now get done. Hergers did so, if the hennes and little them. Now, here is the love Nick, here is the sand no up. Snap your steak on. What beeps with the ocean? Snell out the sky to make him. Slows dividend birds to guilt them, pay off and I dare up. Who's so thought them? Harm all fear some you. Death. Would it fail those that fell in we year related getting a throw there and it's near blessed that there's luck get live with two snicks of a sheet up. Ross is near slorish luck. He'll lead him and they give it Saturday. Sits with your real snatch, but so bad some you. Snellows there blessed that there's luck get those last with my suit. So you'd love us to fear that he's used to it. Self in the mark line. Heard as me go to fields of Nimasu gets ruled in the Sith. He does the son of Snell and the shaking for Heath Bats, some you nick us. Now, get in at it, get a bun, and the Scavas yasset, cost you the bun, then you miss snake his girl for the rin deck. Her all from the looks, yeah, and the cough, and it hurts number of Mexican is that. Yards the other fips are do sham, but get in the gets loose, beloved, the student of my stadium, the show still that. Season is yellow, definite. It's all the patient doctors are often it goes to size when about with it. Get carried me out. Snas, you know, wheeler, no. Get patting off and a duck. Fate bars you about some you surf. Or for them now. Or if you're sicker and became me loose blue with. And I'm this it off me out, being it. I do it for you. Sure, sit off me out. Oh, you get some you. Did I have a you? Oh, you next noon it walk. What people knows that and it got up. It's all views of you remember to guess it or not, some you say done it. And there's yet nickel of each sit bad slow and ask you. Still I believe it's flies so while on nick you. They get dirt fat, they get nagger vote, netter vote. Or the no laugh saying it was sham knows it. There's net. Arang is out the stops in the shinner wat. Now Malak's the snake I do in it. Drone gate, none with net, drone gate, none. I did my shots, and there's neither slora, but smarks in the hair that in a musnet. The sheep sit goes boggy, Nick a fashion in my drove to his out, and there's neither. So it's the other fixer Sam, Batsnet, and there's neither. Says he crowd, the no, the only I saw me. Skyed name it, more for net. Snowbirds, it's all look at out who's doing vessels, need get it over. Then there's Nick, he that's on get her some you. He need her vet no, sir. Get some wood net. Smell, get both sitting that day, get seven no need. So she rather fall off and I don't know you face have you. Horse, surviving it. Throw huts is the barrel. Now I'm at throw. There's yeah. I'm in a sales one set here. That if it deep some sees the light out hurts in the seat. Here's the purpose, yelling. Here's the gib. This here, made nix on the shin, or self known it. Yes, this here up, moose. Now I know what's up, and I made it so. I was half one to reduce it. They didn't see her vet out there out here. Snitch is alone, ain't it? Over boost mad the carrot behind it. I reckon not right, see it right, the Lord. Here with carrot, the eye, fin it. All born as you know, the guy's not self in it was so well. Yet, Holberet. You know, sure, I played this in the city, the soul of the fuck is can fill up with law in it. Fuck is can for the book. Net is there with the shin of us, it's the Lord, and getting this, so you weird. No, but sing a laugh, no. Snap. Send that's no effort, both serps go to a hound edva. He lay in her him net. Scat no side, boy, if I were grown meat, her him zillows it. Now with gum, heard of it, hoy a honey. The bagger good of it, scat, through the cups there. Sorry, in the gurm of it. Stirk in the sear, gearing notes, eat through. See the sauce, see the knobs, you line a certain himself, no lean and McNath and over. Was you, snisher through. Cat was drive you net. Her fuss who saw the showing aids eat with never handed out say. Fear get her losh, small tally, her they. He does a sing of all net. Lopsy, such did it, power get lost near the losh on it. The shin of a lorry. The law for the spew with her. Smell in that. Smell in the fruit, her oaks vow, as in the bza, the losh. Snare up to heal my favorite over that I sure straw her. Earth in the they still but salam but there's get he's look of his snomps it up. Nick a snitch near right row. He didn't have me below snake him out getting it. And the shin run off casting it. See the name turn off the clothes and all. Sir all scary about it. I go for a van will we her right off now, sir the obnets will we survivors, he and that seal my faith, much give it if you get air, Nick, snicker and below news, yeah, I del surf it. Sir, none of us seen out there's knit net, versus noising it old knit. Hope if now under me, there's not. Did I, you know, her off in the butter, snobbed it so through the no. I hunt it, you know, me that's for Sir Eiler in it. Ned. There's lost a little sharp, little knit. Sir, that's casino, there's knit in it. I'll be me no the that I see. Snow valor the. If I shook in my throat, road snow more who's no name did you with? Sky's no side, pointing in on me that I snow. Sky's the lovey, who's knit. There's no word like you. I'll be beat in the open neck, use it. Or a snack. Rock, ash, still mark your voice in the shin up. You know, sits in the caramel of him. You know,